Hello, friends. Today we are going to start with the next concept of managerial skills, which is emotional intelligence. What does this exactly emotional intelligence means? As per psychology that is studied today, it says that it is an ability, the ability to accurately identify your own emotions as well as those of the others. It is also said that it is an ability where you utilize your emotions. Why? Because these emotions are being utilized to apply them to the task, decision making, and problem solving in and around the surroundings, and also applicable in corporates when we are working there. Emotional intelligence, it is nothing but an ability to manage the emotions. When you say you're managing the emotions, it means you are controlling your own emotions. This control of your emotions is the ability to calm yourself down and at the same time calm the other person. It means taking care of yourself as well as that of others. Now, when we say that, what does this emotional intelligence talks about? Many times emotional intelligence is also said to be as emotional quotient or EQ. We have heard about IQ, we have heard about SQ, we have heard about CQ. In the same way, this is EQ. Now, what is EQ? It is an emotional quotient which talks about how much a person is emotionally intelligent. When emotional intelligence is being calculated, not in terms of mathematical, but it is a term which helps you to manage your own emotions in a positive way. By this, an individual is able to relieve from the stress he is having. He is able to communicate effectively with others. When he is doing this, he is able to empathize with others. Now, what do you mean by empathize? We'll come to that point in the slide next. And very importantly, it also helps an individual to overcome the challenges and diffuse conflict. Emotional intelligence is a type of social intelligence. It involves around the ability to manage your own and monitor one's own wellness. It helps individuals to discriminate themselves from others. And this concept was being first introduced by Salvo and Mayer in the year 1990. Now, these two individuals are psychologists who are studying in the Yale University. This concept was being evolved in the year 1990 by Yale psychologists John Mayer and Peter Salovey. Further, one more psychologist or researcher named Daniel Goleman, he studied this concept further. And after his studies, the results were very surprising. He was able to find a direct relationship between the emotional intelligence of a company staff and the success of the company. He stated that an organization which has employees with high level of emotional intelligence have self-awareness. This self-awareness helps them to understand what their co-workers are, how they are performing, what are their problems, and by this there is a common sharing in between all levels of the employees, which creates a very healthy environment to work. And ultimately, it leads to meet the deadlines within your office. When people have high emotional intelligence, they are not bothered of criticism because they focus on what is the outcome to be. They don't at all feel offended if something is being wrong. They see what are the mistakes and they try to evaluate the mistakes and rework on it. Take simple example, if an organization hires two job candidates who are having same IQ. In this case, the individual with high IQ but high emotional intelligence is going to be a better fit for the company. Whereas an individual with high IQ and low emotional intelligence could not be a better choice. So from this we can understand what is the from this we can understand what is the importance of emotional intelligence. Now, moving further, what did Daniel Goleman exactly said about emotional intelligence? Also, we can say that he is a father of emotional intelligence because he has studied this concept very deeply and thoroughly. And so he says emotional intelligence is the ability to perceive emotions, to access and generate emotions, so as to assist thought, to understand emotions and emotional knowledge, and to reflectively regulate emotions so as to promote emotional and intellectual growth. There are too many emotions in this definition. But yes, this definition gives you a very big meaning of emotional intelligence. Once again, we will see this definition by breaking it into pieces. Emotional intelligence, ability to perceive emotions. खुद के emotions भी जान लो और दूसरों को भी जानने दो. To access and generate emotions. Try to understand what others are also feeling. Others in the sense your co-workers. Why? Because so as to assist thought. The thought making process should be commonly done. नहीं तो एक नॉर्थ की तरफ जाएगा और दूसरे साउथ की तरफ जाएगा. And such things will not work in an organization. To understand emotions and emotional knowledge. Try to gain as much as you can along with your co-workers. Why? Because it reflectively regulates emotions to promote emotional and intellectual growth. Ultimately, फायदा है that it creates a emotional growth. And at the same time, this emotional growth will ultimately lead to the intellectual growth. Moving further, Daniel Goleman, he introduced 5 main areas of emotional intelligence. They are 1. Self-awareness, 2. Self-regulation, 3. Motivation, 4. Empathy, and 5th is social skills. Now we'll discuss them one by one in detail. Self-awareness. Now, what does it talk about? When we say self-awareness, it means that if you are self-aware, you must always know what you are feeling. When you're self-aware, you should also know how your emotions and your actions can affect the people around you. खुद के बारे में इतना अच्छे से जान के लेना है that a single move of yours, a single action, a single decision, a single reaction, how it can impact the others should be very well set into your mind. When you say that being self-aware, you are in a leadership position. It automatically makes the individual to bring to the leadership position. And when you are at leadership position, it means that you are not only self-aware of yourselves, but you are also aware of your strength and weaknesses. And this strength and weakness is going to bring a humility in your behavior. You're going to treat your co-workers very equally. You're going to understand their feelings and take them along with you in any kind of situation they may be facing or they may have any problem. This is what self-awareness is. Then comes a second is self-regulation. Self-regulation, it is similar to your awareness. It is talking about especially leaders who regulate themselves. Now, what do you mean by this regulation? It does not mean that marching a parade, but it means that if you are being verbally attacked by anyone or someone is rushed to take you certain emotional decisions or there are stereotype people or sometimes compromising your values, how you are going to regulate yourself in this situation, how you, in simple words, how you are going to be in control. The better the control, the better the regulation, the higher the dignity you will be having in the minds of people in and around you. Then we move to the third point, that is motivation. As the name suggests, motivation, this is an individual who is constantly working for goals. These are the individuals who are having extremely high standards. They know what quality is to be expected in the work, and accordingly they strive to work for attaining that quality. Now, how this motivation comes on? This motivation is within themselves. They are self motivated. बाहर से किसी ने उनको धक्का मारने की जरूरत नहीं रहती है. They automatically motivate themselves and they reach their goals. Fourth point is empathy. Now, what is empathy? In simple words, the term empathy means दूसरों को जो फील हो रहा है पहले खुद भी जान लो कि दूसरे के प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है. When you're talking about leaders, every leader has a biggest challenge of managing the team. But those leaders who are having empathy, वो किसी भी सिचुएशन में से बाहर निकल सकते हैं. They help develop the people on their team. How? They challenge others. At the same time, those who are acting unfair, they also see to it that they are coming out of their way. They give a constructive feedback and listen to those who need it. All these things, when put together, is empathy. दूसरे के प्रॉब्लम समझ के ले लो. ठीक है, मुझे समझ के लेना, चैलेंज दिया है मैंने. Then what is the challenge? कुछ लोग टेढ़े बिहेव करते हैं. What is the problem with that? Let me understand it. After understanding, give them a constructive feedback. Now, when we say constructive feedback, it means in a proper manner within the borders. चांगला है, खराब है, not that kind of thing. अच्छा है, बुरा है, ऐसे नहीं. This is not the feedback. But a constructive feedback, your so and so work, if it is not completed within the projected time, maybe it is going to affect your appraisal. This is a constructive feedback. And listen to those who need it. Those individuals who need help, they are always going to be along with them. Then comes the last area of emotional intelligence, that is social skills. Now, what does social skills says? Social skills says that individuals who are very good at communication, not so. But these are the individuals who are social in nature and they are great communicators. Now, what I'm saying, सिर्फ अच्छा बोलना is not a social skill. But when we say it is a social skill, it means welcome all the bad news. Understand the good news, how it is benefiting you. Then be an expert for the team to support for any kind of project. This is what social skill talks about. Leaders, especially who are good at social skill, they can manage any kind of change. They resolve conflicts very diplomatically. Why? Because they have that act of understanding the people, taking the things on themselves and gradually solving it. These individuals are satisfied with living things, but they don't sit back. They take along every team member with them and they work together. And this is how they create an example about the behavior within the team or within the organization. Social skill is very important from your emotional point of view. Now we'll see what are the characteristics of an emotionally intelligent individual. So, an emotionally intelligent people, they are said to be as change agents. Why? Because people with high EI are not afraid of change. Rather, they accept that change is the only thing that is constant and they are going to adapt it. It is a requirement of time. Second characteristics is they are self-aware. It means they know what are their good points at, and they also know that what is the gap or kya seekhna hai. Yes, I am good at drafting, but I need to now understand how business writing can be done. So I'm learning. Weaknesses are never holding back the emotional intelligent people. ठीक है, वीकनेस है एक्सेप्ट करो, लेकिन उस वीकनेस को सुधारने की कोशिश भी करनी चाहिए. This is what the emotional intelligent people do. They know what environments are optimal for their place and work style. How to create a proper nurturing environment. Third characteristics is they are empathetic. Rather, a statement over here we can see on the slide. The hallmark of emotional intelligence means be able and correlate yourself to others. By this, you're going to make the workplace a better place. You're going to understand your co-workers, and at the same time, you are also going to understand what are they feeling currently if they are having any problems. It is going to reduce the gap, bridge the gap between individuals working in an organization. Next characteristic is they are not perfectionist. Emotionally intelligent people, they don't thrive for perfection because they know that perfection is just impossible. Why? Because when they are doing their task, they are reaching for a purpose, they learn from the mistakes they are doing. Nextly, they are balanced individuals. They have a proper balance of their work life, their personal life, their career life. By this, they are able to give or distribute equal time to each of their sectors. You must have heard some stories that this individual is 24 hours working, 24/7 काम कर रहे हैं. But how much time do they give for themselves? Are they taking care of their health? Emotionally intelligent people are very well balanced in this. Then comes your next characteristics, which talks about these individuals are curious. Now, what kind of curiosity? It means this curiosity makes them delightful to be around. They are very much eager to learn new things. And that is why they explore more number of possibilities. They don't stop at a time. They don't judge things very quickly. But they are open to questions, and due to this, they create more and more new solutions. This curiosity has also bring them to some of the best innovative ideas of the world. And lastly, these individuals are very gracious. Now, what gracious means? We have heard the statement many times. There is a glass which is half filled, or there is a glass on the table which is half empty. People with high emotional intelligence every day bring something to be thankful for. They don't have the attitude of glasses half empty. They always feel good for the lives they are having, and they don't criticize people for their overall life. Some of us must also have been doing this sometimes. इस बंदे की वजह से आज मेरी ऐसी हालत है. Don't criticize. We are the maker of our life and ourselves. The way we are going to mold it, the way we are going to shape it, we are going to be in the coming future. So this was all about the characteristics of emotional intelligent people. Now we will see the benefits of what emotional intelligence means. The benefits that an organization or an individual has if he or she is emotionally intelligent. The very first benefit is it helps individuals to communicate better. It helps them to reduce the anxiety and stress. काफी काम डाउन रहते हैं, इसीलिए एंजाइटी और स्ट्रेस नहीं रहता है. Just because they are curious, they are self-aware, they are self-regulated, they can communicate with others very easily. At the same time, they diffuse conflicts diplomatically. फंसते नहीं है, rather conflicts resolve करते हैं. Due to this ability, they improve relationship with the in and around society or the world. They empathize with others. एक connect हो जाता है लोगों के साथ. And very importantly, they effectively overcome life's challenges. किसी भी situation में, किसी भी problem में, they accept the challenge and they overcome it. These are the benefits of emotional intelligence. Now, next we will see there are certain individuals who lack emotional intelligence or they are low in EQ. How will identify this? Very firstly, individuals who have emotional outburst, especially when they know that the situation is going to be out of control. पता नहीं अभी कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं है तो कहीं पे जाके वो गुस्सा निकाल देते हैं. An individual with low EQ. Secondly, difficulty in listening to others. It is not hearing difficulty. It is not hearing impaired. But दूसरे को सुन के ही नहीं लेनी, खुद की ही बोलते जाना. Keep on continuously keeping about saying self, that's it. And that is why they become argumentative. They become argumentative when the person in front may be dominative or may not be dominative. They always blame others. Individuals with low EQ दूसरों को हमेशा टोकते रहते, दूसरों को ही किसी चीज के लिए हमेशा इल्जाम देते रहते. They blame them. इसकी वजह से मैं नहीं कर पाया, पेपर लेट था इसीलिए मेरी पढ़ाई ठीक से नहीं हुई, टाइम टेबल ठीक से नहीं आया. Emotional quotient is low. These individuals believe that people around them are oversensitive. And that is why they fail to understand कि सामने वाला कैसे feel कर रहा है. They don't try to understand the emotions of others. They say ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही reaction दे रहा है, ये कुछ ज़्यादा emotional हो रहा है. Right? Nextly, they find difficulty in managing relationships. Maybe friendship and other relationships. कभी नहीं बन पाते. लो EQ की वजह से वो दूसरों को समझ के नहीं लेते तो लोग उनके पास भी नहीं रहे. And lastly and very importantly, stonewalling. What is stonewalling? दूसरा का नजरिया से देखना भी नहीं है, सोचना भी नहीं. That is stonewalling. So these are the signs of people with low EQ. So in today's session, we have seen what is emotional intelligence, what is the definition of emotional intelligence, the areas of emotional intelligence, the characteristics of emotional intelligent people, what are the benefits of being emotional intelligent, and what is the reason for individuals with low EQ. Thank you.